So, in the aftermath of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announcing his intention to resign from office in March, after a Liberal leadership race and after the prorogation of Parliament that Trudeau simultaneously declares ends, the other party leaders obviously have big thoughts about this. And so I want to take you through both what Jagmeet Singh and the NDP are saying, as well as what Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives are saying, because I think the contrast really matters here, seeing how unprepared and pretty classless the NDP is about this whole thing, and how focused and sharp Pierre Poilievre is, even as this news was breaking less than an hour ago. Poilievre was able to make a video. Jagmeet Singh was not. This was Jagmeet Singh's announcement. Yes, he has said he's going to speak in front of the media later, but later is not now. Even as I am speaking, and it's been over an hour since Trudeau has announced his resignation, Singh is still not going to speak for another 2 hours. He just released this thing saying, Singh's statement on the resignation of Trudeau. Leader of Canada's NDP, Jagmeet Singh, issued the following statement in response to Justin Trudeau's resignation. Justin Trudeau's Liberals let down Canadians. You were there with them, letting people down. You guys were partners in crime on it. This whole thing's going to be hypocritical. So that's my one injection into this statement. But Singh goes on to say, they let you down on home prices. They let you down on healthcare. They let you down by allowing corporate greed to run wild, even with the country facing another serious blow to Canadian jobs and our cost of living. This time for Donald Trump, they're still focused only on themselves and their political fate. The problem is not just Justin Trudeau, it's every minister that's been calling the shots. It's every Liberal MP that looked down their nose at Canadians who are worried about high costs or crumbling healthcare. The Liberals do not deserve another chance, no matter who is the leader. Canada's middle-class families have the biggest fight just ahead. Here, Poilievre's Conservatives will cut from people to give more to CEOs. What do you mean give more to CEOs? You mean reduce taxes? That's not giving. And by the way, that's good for everyone. They will cut healthcare, pensions, dental care, and more. Well, those were things you helped the Liberals pass. Jagmeet Singh's such a hypocrite. So he does things with the Liberals, and it's a big NDP accomplishment, but the Liberals have also failed by Singh's estimation, even though he's been rubber stamping everything along this path. Anyways, okay, I'm interrupting this way more than I intend to. I've been a fighter my whole life. Oh, have you, Jagmeet? This time, a working class movement of fighters is growing all around me. People who oppose callous conservative cuts to healthcare, and everyone who opposes rich getting richer while everyone else falls further behind. That's not happening. I'm asking them all to stand together this time to stop the Conservatives and build Canada's first government for working people. Okay, good statement, Jagmeet. Extremely sanctimonious, but what can you expect from the NDP? And when I said that wasn't happening about people getting poorer and the rich getting richer, the point of it is that rich people are not getting richer. The entire economy is losing right now. But Jagmeet Singh has to make everything a class issue because he is a socialist. Anyways, let's contrast this with an actual good statement from a leader. Here is Pierre Poilievre reacting to the news, and I'm just going to play this full because I think it is worth watching the full statement. And obviously, I don't need to pause it as much because I don't think he's going to say something deeply hypocritical like Jagmeet.
Good day. Canadians desperate to turn the page on this dark chapter in our history might be relieved today that Justin Trudeau is finally leaving. But what has really changed? Every Liberal MP in power today and every potential Liberal leadership contender fighting for the top job helped Justin Trudeau break the country over the last 9 years. All Liberal politicians actively worked to pass into law the job-killing inflationary carbon tax, a tax that Carbon Tax Carney endorsed in his book. All supported a law quadrupling the tax over the next 5 years. All voted for or actively supported Trudeau's out-of-control spending, debt, and immigration. All passed Trudeau's housing policies that doubled the cost of homes. All Liberal politicians helped pass catch-and-release bail and house arrest for the most rampant reoffenders, policies that increased violent crime 50%, gun crime 116%, and hate crime by 250%. So given that Liberal MPs and leadership contenders unanimously supported everything Trudeau has done, why dump him now, right before an election? Have they had a change of heart? Is it because they feel guilty that they doubled housing costs, hiked taxes, unleashed crime, broke immigration, forced a quarter of the population into poverty? No. They continued supporting Trudeau when he did all of those things. No, their only objection is that he is no longer popular enough to win an election and keep them in power. They want to protect their pensions and paycheck by sweeping their hated leader under the rug months before an election to trick you and then do it all over again. Now, while leaderless Liberals focus on saving their jobs and fighting each other for power, the country spirals out of control, an out of control housing emergency, an out of control migrant crisis, an out of control $62 billion deficit, not to mention tariff threats from the United States. Oh, and another NDP Liberal carbon tax hike kicks in this April 1st. Everything's out of control. And now the government is out of control. This cannot go on.
I'm just going to just mention this here just so I don't forget later. I guarantee there is going to be a Liberal candidate who runs against the carbon tax. Mark my words, a Liberal MP is going to run to cancel the carbon tax increase in April at least, if not put a pause on the carbon tax entirely. They will do some weird and wacky things out of desperation to try and be the most noticed Liberal. Because again, they could attract some soft conservatives to maybe buy Liberal memberships just to vote for the most conservative Liberal.
We need a carbon tax election now to choose between the NDP Liberal costly coalition that taxes your food, punishes your work, doubles your housing costs, and unleashes crime and drugs in your community, or common sense conservatives who will axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime. Canadians can take back control of their lives and their country. Take back control of our border. Take back control of immigration. Take back control of spending, deficits, and inflation. Take back control of our streets by locking up criminals, banning drugs, treating addiction, and stopping gun smugglers. We'll cap spending, axe taxes, reward work, build homes, uphold family, stop crime, secure borders, rearm our forces, restore our freedom, and put Canada first. All with one mission: to bring home Canada's promise that every hardworking Canadian gets a powerful paycheck and pension that buys affordable food and homes on safe streets where all are united for the country we know and love. Canada first, Canada last, Canada always. Let's bring it home.
So, like, a much better statement than Jagmeet's, to put it lightly. Jagmeet's was very silly in the sense that it's trying to pretend like, all those things we did with the Liberals, that was Trudeau's fault. Jagmeet Singh is throwing Trudeau under the bus just as much as all the other Liberal MPs are throwing Trudeau under the bus, pretending he was all the problems. Even though if it was up to Jagmeet, the policies would be even worse because the NDP is just the Liberal Party with a higher credit card limit on it. But now I need to show you guys another thing before this video ends, just because I think it's funny. So Rosemary Barton at CBC has not been having a good day. Canada Proud here asks, has Rosie Barton been crying? And I think so. There's a lot of people in the Liberal media who Trudeau, for some reason, was like their avatar. They loved this guy. And they were the last ones, it seemed, to find out before even Liberal Party MPs that nobody liked Trudeau, that nobody liked the sanctimonious metropolitanism of Trudeau. But these people are sanctimonious metropolitans, so they loved it. Absolutely loved it. So if you guys aren't aware, the current list of people who are expected to potentially run for the Liberal Party leadership, because somebody asked me already in my last video I just made a short while ago, like who Christy Clark was. She is one of the contenders. She is the former BC Liberal Premier of British Columbia, of course. You have Chrystia Freeland, former Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister, wanting to run. They think Dominic LeBlanc will want to run, even though he is the current Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister. Anita Anand, for some reason, wants to run. Francois Philippe Champagne wants to run, probably there to try and monopolize the Quebec vote. But alongside him, there's going to be Melanie Joly, also competing hard for the Quebec vote. And I believe there might be one more that I'm leaving out here. But I think we can just leave it there. Most of these people are complete turkey candidates, and they're not going to go anywhere. And the other ones, like it's mostly just name recognition. It's a name recognition fight. Mark Carney was the other one I'm forgetting about. Former former head of the Bank of England, central banker, probably the worst possible guy to run with Poilievre's popularity being as it is. You're really going to run a central banker versus the most populist leader that the Conservative Party has had in a few decades. Good luck with that. That sounds like a stupid idea, but the Liberals are full of them. Anyways, so that's it for this video, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, do all that great stuff. Leave a comment on other leadership candidates I might have missed, and I'll see you guys next time.